When I learned this concept I'm about to teach you today, it really gave me, it really just gave me permission to really just go all in with my learning. All right, because tell me if this resonates. Now, one of the biggest blocks that people face when they're learning something new, so in your case, digital marketing, running ads online, producing results, all these things, right? When you're learning something new, the big problem is people hesitate when it comes to implementing what they're learning. So they learn and they get excited about the part of learning, and then it comes to the application part and there's a block. There's a time delay in learning and doing. Who's experienced that before? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you've experienced that time delay between learning and doing. Learning and doing, and you'll go over it again, or you'll go over it once and you'll forget about it and all that stuff, right? And that's frustrating. That is super frustrating. And also what it does, guys, is it hurts the speed of your results. Okay, it hurts the speed of your results. So right now in your mind, just think about where you're going. Where are you actually going with this? Why did you start this? Why did you start this? It's worth pondering. Like, what's your financial goal? And when you reach that financial goal, how is that going to impact your life? How is that going to impact your family's life? Or if you don't have a family, your own family yet, then how is it going to impact your future family's life? Just really connect to that for a moment, because it's super important that if you hesitate between learning and doing, then that goal you just thought of in your head and in your mind's eye, it's going to take, you're hurting your progress to get there and allow that to be real. Yeah, you came here to get results in your life. Of course you did. Not just results, but life-changing results. Because I can tell you right now, from cold hard experience of being a person that was stuck on a building site, hating his life, to now having a business that does multiple 6 figures per month, where I get to live in paradise. I've been traveling the world since 2016, like living my actual dream I had in my head back in 2015. I can tell you right now that this skill you're learning is the skill that's going to bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. I hear you. You've tried so many things, failed, because, yeah, it is. It's the answer, Fiona. It's the answer. It's the answer. Okay? And I really want you to understand that the hesitation between learning and doing, this gap, this hesitation, is going to hurt your results if you don't actually follow through 100%. So everyone here came to get results, okay? So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to really anchor you into a model that I want you to follow. A model of learning and doing and teaching, okay? It's called the LDT model. Okay? It's called the LDT, and it's going to change the game for you. Now, if you want to become great at what you do, then you must embody this model in what I'm about to teach you. So guys, there's different levels of learning, okay? So first level is you got to remember, okay? So you got to recall the relevant knowledge from long-term memory, right? So how do you get that into your consciousness? You need to sit and absorb the knowledge, right? You need to actually go through and absorb knowledge, which is what you're doing in this course. Or if you're reading a book or doing something else, then you gotta remember it. It's gotta be in your consciousness. You gotta have taking it into your consciousness, whether that's audio or reading or video, whatever works for you, you gotta take it in. And next, it's like understanding. You gotta actually make sense of what you've learned, okay? And then remembering to understanding goes to then applying. You must use this knowledge in new ways. You must implement it in your life. Next is analyzing it, Okay, because when you start doing stuff, there's mistakes that happen. Things don't go your way to start with, and you start to analyze, why is that not working? And in your brain, you start to pick apart all the parts and understand how they all work together and how they all relate together. And the only way to do that is by applying. You can't sit and read a book about Facebook ads and then get up the next day and be, I'm an absolute expert. The only way I learned Facebook ads was getting in the game. I learned about the platform. I learned a process and a strategy and a framework that I teach you in Facebook Ad Specialist. But then I got in the game and I messed it up a couple of times. And I was like, oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? And then I go back into my knowledge and I'm like, cool, this is new learning. Okay. Next is evaluating. Basically making judgments on a set of guidelines. So like you have a framework that you're working within, and then you start analyzing and you start evaluating numbers and how things are working together. And then the last stage is creating, okay, where you're putting information together in an innovative way. Okay, so this is the different levels of learning. You go through these different levels, okay? And guys, it's super important that you understand that, okay? Because I used the word great earlier, but I want to shift that. If you want to become excellent, like I mean excellent at what you do, like you must make the switch from being consciously incompetent to unconsciously competent. Which means like you have to think about it to start with, and then you're not competent at all. You're just like, there's that, things won't work out. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I don't know where to start, that sort of thing, right? Overthinking it. To unconsciously competent. Like every single day, 10 a.m., I have a call with my marketing team for both Fast Track Business and Conscious Education. And I sit there and we go over stuff, and I'm just architecting what needs to happen, and it all just comes out of me now. Why? Because I'm unconsciously competent. Why? Because I've done the sets and reps. Okay, so if you want to become unconsciously competent, which if you become unconsciously competent at this skill, guys, you are literally going to become an income generating machine. You will never have to worry about money again. Okay, you'll never have to worry about money again. And what I mean by that is, even if you lost it all tomorrow, you know you're going to make it back because you have a skill that can do that right away. Because that is what you have got at your fingertips. You've got that at your fingertips, guys. You just need to apply what we're teaching you. Okay, so the learn, do, teach model, right? So number one, you first learn. Number two, you must do. Number three, then you teach. Okay? And you're probably sitting there thinking, sounds really simple. And that's because it is. But simple isn't common practice. Okay, so if you're sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I know that, actually sit there and look in the mirror and ask yourself if you've actually applied it. Okay, it's important, very important to be truthful to yourself. What I'm teaching you is powerful. It's simple, but it's powerful when applied. Okay, it's absolutely powerful. So let me jump in and let me break down each one, right? So learn. Right, this is, people can struggle with this part too, by the way. I know I love learning new things. I love reading new books. I love learning stuff, right? But if you're anything like me, like your attention span is like a goldfish. Like I could be labeled as having ADD, like that. Can't really, like, it's hard for me to focus. Like I've got about 4 hours of focus in me a day, and then I'm all over the place, right? So it can be hard to sit down and focus. All right, it's something I've had to practice over the years. It's not just a natural thing to me. I was the guy sitting up the back of the class annoying everyone because I was like doing things with my fingers. I was making noises. I was couldn't sit still, and I was that guy. Okay, so focus isn't my number one skill. So sitting down to learn something is not something I'm just natural at. Okay, so this might be natural to you, and if so, then great, awesome. You're going to love sitting down to learn stuff. But I can tell you right now, I'm not a natural at sitting down and putting my attention on one thing and learning. I'm more of the shiny object person. Okay, that's me and my nature, my natural responses. Okay, but the truth is, when you're learning, you must absorb the knowledge first, right? Like I can't go and learn how to build a 8-figure business or whatever, right? I can't learn new things if I don't sit down and absorb some knowledge on that. Okay, you got to absorb knowledge. That knowledge can be from sitting down, have a conversation with someone. It can be from reading. It can be from this and this and this and this and this. Okay, but you must sit down and absorb some stuff. However, that's going to happen. All right, and then what this does is it starts the process of remembering and understanding right at the bottom of that ladder. It's vital. It's absolutely vital. So you got to find what works for you. So a couple of questions. Can you use block time to sit down and get things done? That's what I do. Can you use net time, which means no extra time, where you walk and listen to stuff? Like, does that work good for you? That also works good for me. Or can you involve a loved one and sit down and make it fun and teach the family about what you're learning, right? What can you do? That's the first one. What can you do to make this work? Okay. Now, lucky for you, you have this course. It's got everything you need in here to master and produce results online for your business or other businesses. That's just what you've got at your fingertips. But you must go through the content and you must learn what we're teaching you. Okay, it's just necessary. Success leaves clues, and knowledge is power when applied. Which leads me to the next step, which is do. All right, you must then do and apply. And trust me, like remember, I don't know, maybe some people here haven't done this, but when I was doing my driver's test, when I was learning when I was going for my driver's license and I was learning, I remember the moment I passed and I got on the road, and I remember having this epiphany actually, and I turned around to my brother after about half an hour of driving. I was like, man, I'm learning so much more just doing this myself on the road than I did with the guy. I remember literally turning around and speaking to him and saying that, and it's just so true. You this is where you really start to learn. Like, think about it. Does a newborn baby learn to walk by sitting and reading books about walking? Or do they just get up and try and do it over and over again and then until they get it right? Of course it's that one, right? Now you're no different. You're no different. You were that baby. You have been that guy or a girl doing your driver's test if you have. You know what I'm talking about. So you must apply the knowledge you learned and apply it fast. Fast is the word. Got to be fast. If you don't, you will waste your time going through content and then struggle to remember it because you didn't apply it. Okay, have you ever done that before? We've done a course, not applied it, and then you go to then apply it, and then you've forgotten everything. And you're like, I don't know what to do. And you've got all the knowledge right there, but because there was a hesitation in between learning and doing, you messed it up. You messed it up. And that's okay, by the way. It's okay. But now you're not going to, because you've got this knowledge. When you learn something, you must apply quickly, okay? And I get it, guys. It can feel like you've got a million things going on. I completely understand. I get it. I'm there with you too. Like, you've got all these spinning plates and then you're getting told to do something else. And it's like, more gets added to my plate. Jesus. I get it. I hear you. I understand it. You're not alone. Every single human being on this planet has to manage the balance that I'm talking about, the balance of what to focus on and all the shit they could do. Right? But hey, remember, Remember what you said at the start, why you started here. Remember that goal you connected to at the start. Remember that one? Tell me what really matters. Because I can tell you right now, guys, when you get the money stuff figured out, and you've got way more than you could ever imagine, and you've got way more than you could ever imagine flowing, and it continues to grow and grow and grow, it's a pretty good position to be in. Okay. And like, money won't buy your happiness. But hey, we live on an economic planet right now in this moment of time. And if you have more than enough money, guess what you could do with it? You just have more choices. So your family time, your health time, all of that stuff, it just becomes amplified because money just amplifies who you are. So if you're being an idiot with your money now, when you get more, you're going to be an idiot with it. If you're looking after it right now, if you're earning $5,000 a month and you're looking after it right now, if you earned 100 grand a month, you would look after it. Okay? And with the 100 grand a month, you can do so much more than the 5 grand. You know? And that doesn't mean that you're going to be any happier because you generate happiness from within. You generate happiness from within 100%. But I can tell you from experience, when I was broke, it was hard. When I was broke, it was hard. And yeah, I could put a smile on my face. And yeah, but somehow it was hard. I had to work to put that smile on my face. I had to work to put that smile on my face. I didn't wake up. I woke up into a stream of anxiety about how I'm going to make money versus waking up going, fuck, I've got way more than I need, and it's all flowing. There's a massive difference, guys. So the first mountain you got to climb is the money mountain. Got to climb it. Get your money sorted. Get your money right. And this skill is going to get your money right. This model I'm teaching you today is not just more to do. This model leads to way more money in your life, which means you've climbed that first mountain. And learn, do, and teach. Let me be even more specific. Learn, do, and teach digital marketing. Digital marketing. That's why, even if you're a business owner right now and you're struggling to get your marketing working, you should go and find 5 businesses you can apply this stuff to, so you can then earn money from that and learn. And then it's just gold. So if you can learn, do, and teach on digital marketing, that's going to lead to more money.